where business schools came from. MBA programs don't make students more successful because they teach very few things that are useful in the working world. As Prefer and Fong state in their paper, a large body of evidence suggests that the curriculum taught in business schools has only a small relationship to what is important for succeeding in business. If there is, in fact, only a slight connection between the skills needed in business and what is taught in graduate business programs, then the absence of an effect of the MBA or mastery of the subject matter on the careers of graduates is understandable. If you look at the curriculum of any business school, you will notice a few assumptions about what you will do after you graduate. You will either be a C-level executive at a large industrial manufacturing or retail operation, become a consultant, become a corporate accountant, or work in finance at an investment bank or hedge fund. The coursework tends to be structured around keeping a massive operation running and doing sophisticated quantitative analysis, not doing any of the other essential tasks that 99% of working business people do in any given day. The case for business school relies on the claim that it makes graduates more capable executives, managers, and business owners. But there is no evidence that graduate level business education makes you a skilled or effective business person. Situational factors are far more important. In a comprehensive study titled The MBA Myth and the Cult of the CEO, Dan Rasmussen and Hao-Nan Lee shared their research into the effect of MBA credentials on the individual and company performance of more than 8,500 CEOs. Here's how they described one of their primary research interests. Do CEO characteristics predict stock price performance? Do CEOs with MBAs perform better than CEOs without MBAs? Do CEOs with MBAs from the best MBA programs outperform other CEOs? Do CEOs who worked at top consulting firms and investment banks outperform other CEOs? More broadly, are the best and brightest better at running companies? Here is the conclusion of Rasmussen and Lee's study. We found no statistically significant advantage despite testing every possible school with a reasonable sample size. MBA programs simply do not produce CEOs who are better at running companies. If performance is measured by stock price return, the actual CEO performance results line up very closely with what we would expect to see by chance. How much longer will investors and boards be fooled by randomness and hollow credentialism? The disconnect between the classroom and working world makes sense when you realize that the concepts, principles, and techniques most business schools teach were designed for a very different world. Graduate schools of business started popping up at the end of the 19th century during the Second Industrial Revolution. The intent of all the MBA programs was to train managers to be more scientific in an effort to make large operations more efficient. Frederick Winslow Taylor, the pioneer of scientific management, techniques that now form the foundation of modern management training, used a stopwatch to shave a few seconds of the average time a workman took to load iron ingots into a train car. That should give you a good idea of the underlying mindset of most business school management programs. Management was thought of as an exercise in getting people to work faster and do what they are told. The philosopher kings behind what passed for management psychology were Ivan Pavlov and later on V.F. Skinner, who believed that if you discovered and applied just the right stimulus, people would behave however you wanted. This mentality led to the widespread use of financial incentives to influence behavior, salary, bonuses, stock options, and so on, in an effort to encourage business professionals and managers to act in the best interest of corporate shareholders. There is an enormous and growing body of evidence that direct incentives often undermine performance, motivation, and job satisfaction in the real world, despite more useful, completing theories of human action. The search for the magic stimulus continues in business school classrooms to this day.